and we've got an incredible show for you. We are so excited.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
You know it. Our best friend, John C. Reilly, is here. Plus, Shamar Moore is rolling into Times Square. He's talking SWAT, dating, and so much more. And the pint-sized miracle defying the odds. We can't wait to meet this amazing 2-year-old inspiring millions. Now it's time to have a great GMA day.
Everybody feel good.
Welcome to GMA Day. We hope everyone's having a great Friday, which is kind of assumed because it's Friday.
It's Friday. That sounds like everybody's having a good Friday. You guys having a good Friday so far? That's what I'm talking about. A special thanks to our audience announcer, Lisa Johnson from New Brunswick, Canada. Lisa, thank you. You know, I love her hair. I thought about doing it
No, I was saying the same thing. I was like, could I pull that off? That'd be amazing.
So how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to tell you a story.
Oh.
So I was watching Jeopardy, and I feel like you've really arrived in life when you are part of the game. Can we play a little something, something?
Hall of Famer 600.
Michael Strahan and Frank Gifford.
To me, are you kind of like, yeah?
Well, I gotta say, it's not the first time.
Oh.
No. I'm sick because they did something before. They were like sports guy turned announcer. You know, but I still didn't know the answer to it. That's what I'm thinking.
And you're in good company. That's one of my favorite people, Frank Gifford.
But I will say it's an honor. I mean, that's Jeopardy.
That's Jeopardy.
Yeah. And
what I wanted to hear is, who is Michael Strahan?
Strahan. But the thing is, I grew up watching Jeopardy, and I don't know about you guys watching game shows and stuff like that with your parents.
Yeah.
Like watching it with my mom, and she's just rattling off stuff.
Screaming out.
And, I should get on that show. I'd make a lot of money.
Everyone always thinks they'd win until they're on a game show, which you probably experience a lot. All of a sudden, you ask someone a question, they're like, what's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
Yeah, because the camera light comes on, it's bright, you get hot flashes, all that stuff.
It's
so
a Sadie
Mama,
Brady thing.
Love you. I don't think you do all right on Jeopardy.
There is another thing that right now that I've been noticing, too. Celebrity. Do you have any tattoos?
No. You know why? I don't have any tattoos.
Are you scared of the pain?
I'm scared of the pain. But then somebody said you wouldn't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. So
you're going with my body is my temple?
My body is my temple.
I think it's such a commitment.
Do you have any?
Well, it's funny you should ask because right now Amelia Clark kind of is setting a true. Are you a Game of Throners? I forget this.
I've watched it
okay,
a little bit.
Khaleesi just got a tattoo of dragons, and so I decided, in honor of you, my sidekick Ferrari, that I was going to get a tattoo.
You got a tattoo? Oh, I'm digging it. No. Oh, hey.
But then I heard that that's not a great place, so I went with my neck.
Maybe a little tough for your husband, you know?
I probably shouldn't have put it.
Oh, okay. I don't know where to go from there.
We can't talk about that.
I am completely at a loss of words. Oh, man. You took my breath away. You took it. Let me see that again. No, I'm good.
I'm gonna have to back in every day.
Ay. Hey, it is Friday, people. So we've been talking a lot about dating.
Yes.
And there's this new article out talking about dating and body language.
Okay.
And they found that it is a bad day for body language. Yeah, yes. And this is part of our good day, bad day, by the way. All right? Good day, bad day. So on a date, mistakes you make on a date with body language. So this is for everybody out there. It's constantly fidgeting. You know what they say that means?
What?
You're agitated and uncomfortable.
No, that also means you're sexually frustrated. I read a study too. It does. Which should be screaming like, I'm a good choice. Who's ready for the weekend? I'm sorry, proceed. Mine was a different study.
Hey, trust me. Your studies sound pretty good to me. Propping up your head with your hand.
Why? That presents so well. It's like, look at me.
Well, to me,
And my arm looks skinny.
I guess it depends on the look, but they said it means I don't think I'm attractive or I'm bored.
No,
But
bored is looking at your phone.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I think like that. You look smart, like you're really paying attention.
And it looks like you're listening, too.
And it looks like you're listening, even though you're probably going, I can't wait for this to be over. Okay, standing with your slumped shoulders means you're not confident, you have low expectations.
I believe that. This supposedly means you're blocking people from
getting closer to you. Yes. Not looking someone in the eye means you can't trust me or I do not fancy you. Yeah, you ever talk to somebody and like, yeah, you know, I did it.
All the time.
Yeah, kind
all
of.
the time.
I just want to grab them by the, look at me, look at me.
And eye contact saying,
Putting a hand in front of our mouth means you're secretive.
no, it means you're worried something's in your teeth. That is so basic. You guys know what I'm talking about. How many times do you eat and you're like,
You know what?
that's bad. You can't come back from that.
I don't agree because I don't have to worry about nothing in my teeth. Yeah.
That's where a gap comes in handy. It's not holding on. Well, I've got another good day for you.
What you got?
It is a good day for sneaky snacking.
Oh.
And Prince Harry may have been caught red-handed. Take a look at the moment he realized he was busted sneaking some samosas from a watch party for Duchess Meghan's. Look at this. It's her cookbook.
But he's not allowed to eat in public?
No, you're just not allowed to take it out with you. It's in his hands. You can't. These aren't parting gifts. You're not supposed to be taking them with you.
Oh, he is taking them out of there.
Yes, walking away. What? Do you ever sneak food out or in places you're not supposed to?
Absolutely. Come on, that's part of the adventure is sneaking it in or out.
Now, one of my favorite sneaky food stories is, I'm just going to throw her under the bus now, Amy Robach and I, and then I'll let the rest remain nameless.
Okay.
It's a group of girls, and we go for a movie day once a month, and we sneak beverages in that they don't have at the concession stand. And it started small. It started with those little travel things, you know, where you're like, let's just spike our drinks and feel like we're living our best days. It turned into bottles, and Amy popped the cork of a champagne in the middle of a Times Square movie theater watching Bad Moms last year.
That's kind of fitting.
It was so appropriate. But the guy at the door, they always check your bags. It's like the TSA going in there, and they're like, let me see it. And we like hung our friend out to dry because she had all the bottles in her bag. And I was like, oh my gosh, no one would bring things in here, right? And the bottles like clink, 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 clink. And he looks over and he's like, okay. And he let us go. But yeah, it's a fun tradition. I encourage all of you to try it.
And here I am. Like I'm like worried about sneaking in some of my own M&Ms, and here you are, you're sneaking in alcohol.
I like to raise the game.
But I remember drive-in theaters.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, my dad did too because he'd make us all hide in the camper. Get down, boy, get down.
Oh, he'd sneak you in as the snacks.
I ain't paying for all 6 of y'all. Get down.
As the trunk opens up, it's a clown car of Strahans just walking out.
Hey. All right, everybody, it is a good day for Harrison Ford. There's a new survey from Voodoo Movies and TV. They named Indiana Jones the best movie trilogy of all time. So, if you had a movie trilogy, do you have one that stands out in your mind?
Godfather.
Okay, Godfather.
The Godfather, that's an amazing.
I would probably say that was my favorite, but that's number 3 on the list.
Well, at least it made the top 3. What are the others?
Jurassic Park is number 2.
Okay.
Indiana Jones is number 1. And they say the pop cultural experience, like watching old trilogies, they call it redredging. Yeah, we use
like
it.
A dating technique. Redredging.
Who are you dating?
I'm really big into recycling, so sometimes they make a second appearance.
But they said it's a good way to remember, to bring back like a lost memory of something that makes you feel
it's nostalgic.
Good. And I'm waiting for them to make Bad Boys 3 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Then that will be it for me.
That's a good one. But we're going to keep talking about this when we come back. The Halloween costume going viral. Does it go a little bit too far?
Can't wait to see.
We'll see.
ABC's GMA Day, brought to you by Progressive.
Day for Halloween costumes, okay? Pinterest and List revealed their predictions for this year's top Halloween outfits, and Mamma Mia comes in at number 7.
Really?
The one we were talking about before about maybe being a little too soon or
risque,
awkward is this the sexy Handmaid's Tale outfit. Sexy and handmade are an oxymoron, so if you didn't catch that.
So they think that's too risque?
Well, it's a little bit, if you know the theme of the
Oh, I know the theme of the show.
I'm sure you like, I mean, there's a lot of leg there, and if my legs look like that, I might just sacrifice my integrity and do it. But, no, I think that's a little much, don't you think?
I like it. That's the name.
Coming in at number 1 is Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding's number 1?
Yeah.
What is that costume? What does that look like? Just that?
I bet that one, because that's like the famous scene in the movie. Did you see I, Tanya?
Yes, I did.
It's a good one.
Great movie. And for some reason, can I just say it? I thought it came with a bat.
I said that too.
I mean, it's just bad situation, but I'm like, okay, you're just going to went on the peak tutu. They're going to go, oh, you're a ballerina.
You can make it at home yourself. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tanya.
Warrior of Wakanda.
Wakanda forever. That's a cool costume. Now, what number did that come? Black Panther. What did that come in?
4.
4.
Behind Tanya Harding, a Riverdale character, 90s icon, Spice Girls maybe, Warrior of Wakanda. The ones that made the list that I'm a little surprised at is a flamingo. I guess Pink is in again.
Yeah.
We're doing that. Also, Cosmic Fairy. Is that a different fairy?
From the cosmos, I guess. I don't know.
I have no idea. And then a cow. I was once a cow in the marching band. No joke. I had udders flailing. I was a flautist. No, I'm serious. It was an amazing costume because you sit there and there's nothing funnier than looking at someone with udders.
Tattoo on your back and now udders on the front. I love it. What in the world? Oh my God.
I didn't see that coming. I guess I was way ahead of my time.
Yes, you were.
Okay, coming up, we are both so excited because one of our favorite people, John C. Reilly.
Back now on GMA Day, our next guest, he does it all, starring in some of the most memorable and incredible and hilarious movies of all time, from Chicago and Gangs of New York to Talladega Nights and Step Brothers. Now, John C. Reilly has a new dark Western comedy called The Sisters Brothers. Take a look.
I'm leaving. No, wait. All right, what do you want? It's about slapping each other in public. So I slap you, you slap me back, we're even. So go ahead, hit me.
Well, he hit him. Please welcome John C. Reilly.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
How's it going, buddy?
man.
Good to meet you.
See you.
Hello, folks.
Yeah.
Hi.
big congratulations on the new movie. It's funny what Michael said, I think nailed it. You have such a range of projects. This is a Western now.
Yeah. I guess you just do this long enough, I guess you hit all the genres.
But you're with Jake Gyllenhaal, Joaquin Phoenix. Can you tell us a little bit about the new movie?
Yeah, it's called The Sisters Brothers. It's based on a great book by Patrick DeWitt, and it's directed by this wonderful French director named Jacques Audiard. It's his first movie in English. Oh. And it's about these two brothers who are hired killers in the 1850s in the West. And they've been together their whole life, killing people since they were little kids. So they bicker like brothers, except there's this whole murder component. But anyway, as you can see in that clip that we just watched, I cleaned Joaquin's clock there pretty good. And there's sort of a, back and forth throughout the whole movie with the two of us trying to figure out, like, where do we go from here? We come from this kind of brutal past, and we're trying to figure out a new future similar to what the country was going through at the time.
Yeah, and but that was funny. It's a dark, twisted comedy. Western comedy.
Were you a fan of?
Were you a fan of Western movies as a kid? Because I was a big Western.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you come home from school when I was a kid, and it would be Clint Eastwood or, the Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that kind of thing. So. Sure, I think that's why I became an actor, because it's like every kid wants to be a cowboy and a spaceman and a soldier, and I realized
you just named all the Village People, so
I'm working my way through.
And I noticed.
Wait, there's no spaceman in the Village People.
It was a trick. Yeah, you were close enough. I rounded up.
That's Village People 2025.
Yes.
But we know you walked out with the hat on. In the movie, of course, you were a hat. But you're a hat guy.
Yeah, I collect hats.
So did you get a chance to pick out the hat in the movie? Was that up to you? What it looks like?
Oh, we had the most amazing costume designer in the movie. This Italian woman named Milena Canonera. She's won Oscars. She worked with Stanley Kubrick. So I was in really, really good hands. Everyone who worked on this film was like the top-notch kind of people. But yeah, there are many different hats. When you're trying to find a character, you're like, it's funny, something as simple as a hat, but the geometry of a hat really affects the way your face looks. Like, if you look at my hat, like, you see that kind of like this. Oh, there goes my microphone.
Mic down.
Come back. There we are. You kind of you need to make this oval shape, and if it's too tall, then it looks weird. If it's too short, it looks weird. And then the dimension of the brim. So yeah, anyway, there's a little hat lesson for you.
Hat lesson.
Go to a good hat store, and they'll be able to tell you all this stuff.
But I've heard the thing, some people consider themselves old souls, but it seems you've just considered yourself old. You said to GQ, I've looked like a 53-year-old man since I was 18. In my face, anyway.
Yes,
my body has caught up now. This suits me. So this is a picture from high school?
See, what happened is my hairline eventually caught up with my face. And now I look appropriate. Like back then, it was like, why does this old man have such a beautiful head of hair?
So maybe a different hat back in those days with the different...
Yeah, I couldn't afford hats back then. But
oh, man.
Also, young men, you kind of look funny sometimes if you don't have the right hat. But anyway, yeah.
Well, you couldn't afford a hat back then, but you can now. You can afford hobbies. One of your hobbies, you collect clown paintings.
I do, yes.
But you can't keep them in the house.
Well, I keep them in my office because my wife comes from an artistic family. She's a painter herself, and she's like, let's keep the artwork we agree on in the house, and the work that you really like you can have in your office. So, yeah, I collect clown paintings, which clowns get a bad rap these days. For some reason, people have decided clowns are scary, but I was a clown when I was a kid. I did my church group, and we did all kinds of, amazing work as clowns. So, don't believe the hype, folks. Clowns are beautiful, beautiful things. Yeah.
Don't listen to Stephen King. Listen to John C. Reilly.
Sure. I mean, you can make anything scary. Got this movie out now called The Nun. All of a sudden, nuns are scary. Well,
everything good is going down.
Maybe nuns were always scary, but no. No, they're messengers of God. That's just a good thing.
Okay, well, I don't know if you've heard, but Michael and I are huge Step Brothers fans.
I did hear that. Yeah.
The number one quote people scream at you from Step Brothers. There are so many.
It's always strange to have an 11-year-old boy scream boats and hoes at you, but I think that's more of a reflection of his parenting than my work. But No, people scream shake and bake and whatever, catchphrases are popular.
Yeah.
And that movie, Step Brothers in particular, is really a beloved movie. Like, it went as this, it came out as this big, broad comedy, and then it settled into the kind of consciousness of the population in this really deep way.
It's cinematic excellence. That's what I like to call it.
We tried to make it a real story about families that was also very funny, so there's
kind
a lot
like
of
your new movie with brothers.
Exactly. Like,
Killing.
I think
The movies always have a lot of heart. They have a lot of heart. And I can't believe it is the 10th anniversary of Step Brothers. We couldn't help ourselves, so we had to recreate a photo of a scene here.
More surprises.
Yeah.
I always
Except for
you guys.
what we're really looking forward to is John's new movie, The Sisters Brothers. It is out now. And we got more with this guy because we're going to come back. Sara and I are going to go head to head. And John C. Reilly's going to be the judge. Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay.
Next week on GMA Day, Taraji P. Henson's about to dial things up, way up. And the Irwins are coming with wild, mad fun. Better watch out, guys. Then McDreamy himself, Patrick Dempsey, pops in. And Carla Hall's cooking things up.
Voila.
Plus, Sarah Michelle Gellar's stirring up delicious snack bars. And Tori's amazing deals and steals for your kitchen and home.
Look at that.
That's the GMA Day.
Next week at 1 Eastern, 12 Central on...
Brothers, I'm not Michael Strahan, but I am John C. Reilly, and I'm hosting a little competition. Hosting a little competition for Michael and Sara. We're calling it Stepbrother and Sister Trivia. I will read the first half of a famous quote from Step Brothers, and you guys will buzz in to finish it. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. I'm Dale, but you have to call me...
Dragon! Dragon!
Dragon is correct. Come on, my dude.
Hey, man, I'm in bed. I'm trying to wake up.
Have some coffee. Here we go. Why are you so sweaty?
I was watching Cops!
Wow. He gave more of the line than was even needed.
He didn't even finish reading yet.
I just watched it again last night.
Dad, what are you doing?
It's Shark Week!
She's mopping the floor with you.
I buzzed first.
You get one.
I'll take her answer.
This is going to sound weird, but for a second, I think you took on the shape of...
A unicorn!
A unicorn! That's what I was going to say! I was going to say unicorn! Trust yourself, Michael.
You have to say it, though. You can't just want to say it. All right. Did we just become...
Best friends!
Yes, we did. Best friends. Correct. Congratulations.
I lost, but thank you, sir.
You lost.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Oh, that's it?
it. Yeah.
That's it.
Bam! Pow! It's the Catalina Wine Festival!
You won.
It's the Catalina wine mixer, actually,
sorry.
but
Oh, yes.
we'll deduct a point for that. Yeah. Anyway,
Hey, thank
go
you so
see the
much, man.
Sisters Brothers, will you? It opens this weekend.
There you go. Sisters, brothers. Welcome back to GMA Day. We're with SWAT star Shamar Moore, and we've got the ladies love Shamar. And we've got a sneak peek of the new season of SWAT, so let's take a look.
Street says hello.
Oh, yeah? How's he doing?
About how do you expect? You should ask him yourself if you're curious.
Let's roll, people.
Yeah, let's roll, people. It's great to have Shamar Moore here with us.
Go SWAT, baby.
Go SWAT.
Can I say one thing? I just got to say hello to my homies, to my fans, and to my... and to my baby girls. Where you at?
I tell you right.
We're not going to hear this interview because they're squealing through the whole thing.
The ladies love Shamar, and Shamar loves the ladies.
All day, every day. All
But
day, every
you know,
day.
I actually, speaking of which, I heard a little story, man. I've never done it.
Uh-oh.
But I heard you did it.
What's up?
You actually slipped up and you sexed your mom.
You sexted your mom.
Yeah, you sexted your mom.
You can love the ladies. You cannot love your mom.
So, wow, you did your homework. Okay. You know, I love my mother to death, and so when I get to talking mess and just going, "Ma, I met this girl, man, she got this and she got that," and she's like, "Oh, Shema, you're just like your father," right? And she's like, you know, and she's like, "I'm gonna be the oldest grandmother in the world. Can you stop practicing already and just make me a grandmama?" You know. But there was this one time, it was my last girlfriend. I was coming home from work, and I was just, you know, was missing on her a little bit, and I just was, you know, trying to trade some kisses and have a little, you know, have a little fun, little something. And I was, you know, I was looking for a little hanky-panky, a little, I don't know, you know, just, you know, give me
booty
some,
calls.
No. It was booty call is when it's not your main squeeze. When the booty call.
Oh, okay.
Booty call, as my mother would say, is when you're just practicing.
Oh, okay,
but when you got your main girl,
it's
you
a
know,
duty call.
So I was coming home from work, and I was like, "Hey, babe, how was your day?" And you know, just, you know, what you got on? And I'm coming home, and da 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 da. I was just saying some cute, you know, stuff. And then but my mother had texted me while I was at work, talking about what she wanted to do this weekend, da 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 da. And I was like, "Yeah, baby, you know, I hope you got that thing on. And when I come home, and I said, when I come home, you better be ready because I'm gonna put it on you." And And I pushed send, and you know when your heart drops to your feet, and you go, you remember that Southwest commercial, "Want to get away"? So I pushed send, and that little blue bar went like this, and it said "Mom," and I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, you know.
Oh man!
Yeah, and then she called me, and she not only said, "You're just like your father." My mother's from Boston, so she got that Boston Paknakan Harvard Yard accent.
Yeah.
So she loves to say, "You're just like your father." And then when I'm really being a pain, she goes, "You're such a jackass." You know. So she texts me back, "You're such a jackass." So.
Well, it leads us nicely into our next question, because you said you wanted to settle down and start a family, which starts with a text like that sometimes.
It's called foreplay. It's foreplay.
Exactly.
You know,
Maybe not with your mom, but that's okay.
No, but chivalry is not dead.
It's not dead.
Chivalry is not dead.
No, but so everyone in our audience today wants to know, what do you look for in a woman?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Well, a lot of volunteers like
Well, I will say this. I mean, I'm a man, and so physically, and it takes both. It takes physically and what you got on the inside. Physically, my top 3 favorite things are eyes, mouth, and that booty. All right. Okay. Now, but now my mother has raised the bar so high, because my mother she in her day, and still to this day, she just turned 75 years old, but she'll tell you in her younger days, I had the best backside this side of such and such, right? But my mother was also highly educated.
Right.
She had a master's in counseling, second master's in business administration,
wow,
teaching degree. So she taught at Berkeley and Laney in the late 60s, before I was born. So she's so smart, and she always said, she goes, "Whoever you end up with, make sure she has an education, because you want to make sure your children, you have the right inspiration to get a good education."
Right.
And I got to say, so happy to have you here. Obviously, our audience is so excited to have you here. Yeah. The second season of SWAT premieres on the 27th. Make sure you check out Shamar Moore. And coming up, we have the amazing 2-year-old who's inspiring millions. What a sweet story this is. We'll be right back with more.